Namaste Bhavani.
Welcome to Sahaja Yoga Meditation. This is the First Steps program, and today we are going to see the realization in different world cultures and religions. And to do that, I have Margaret who is joining me for that. But before we go into that, let's do our first meditation, which will consist of getting our self-realization if you are coming for the first time, or strengthening it if we have been following us for a few weeks. So what's happening is, in us we have an energy called the Kundalini residing into the sacrum bone at the base of our spine, and that energy, when we get our self-realization, is rising in our central nervous system, enlightening the different chakras, the 7 chakras we have within us, opening them. And when this energy rises and opens the 7th center, which is in our brain, on the top of our head, we receive what we call self-realization. And when we get that self-realization, we have access to a deeper, higher state of awareness that we couldn't understand before. We start to feel the subtle qualities, the subtle system we have within us. We start to understand the role of the different plexuses at the physical level, or chakras as we call them, the role of the different channels of the nervous system we have. The left one, for example, you have in blue here, representing our emotions and our desires. The right one, that is in yellow on the chart here, representing our mental activities and physical activities. And the central one, which in medical science is the parasympathetic nervous system, the autonomous nervous system, which is the one by which we get our self-realization, by which we actually rise spiritually. So these chakras as well, we have 7 chakras as I mentioned, represent at the physical level the plexuses, and each of these chakras is in charge, if you want, at a certain level of the different organs related to this chakra. And we're going to see that in more details in future weeks. But each of these chakras has a specific quality. Like the first chakra has the quality of innocence, the second one, the creativity, the third one, which is the peace within us, the heart, which is about security and confidence. And we also have the one at our neck, about collectivity, the one on our forehead, which is about forgiveness, and the 7th one is the one where we get our self-realization. So how do we get our self-realization? It's a very simple process, and so once you get it, you will start to feel cool breeze in your hands and above your head that will give you an indication of the state of your subtle system. And once you have the information in your hands, it's much easier to actually correct your subtle system, get back into balance, and benefit from it, not only at a spiritual level, but also at a physical, mental, and emotional level. Because once you get your self-realization, once you bring yourself back in balance and you grow, automatically all aspects of yourself will be improved. So now let's go through the self-realization. And I will show you first, because we're going to do it eyes closed afterwards. So for the left hand, stays on your lap, and the right hand will go from one chakra to another one, always on the left side. So let me show you first. The right hand will go first on the heart, then under the rib cage, then at the lower part of the abdomen. Then the right hand will go back under the rib cage, back on the heart. Then we put the right hand at the corner of the left neck and shoulder. Then we put it just on our forehead, across, bending our head down forwards a little bit. Then we can put our right hand at the back of our head and tilt our head upwards. And then, to get our self-realization, stretch your fingers so that the center of the palm is in contact with the fontanelle area on top of your head. Press it hard and rotate it clockwise, moving your skin on the skull. And here we are going to ask for self-realization. It is going to take 5 to 7 minutes. It's very quick. So simply sit down, remove your shoes, keep your feet apart, stay comfortable, and just be like a witness trying to see if you can feel that experience and feel the vibrations, the cool breeze, that the emanation of the result of receiving our self-realization. So now let's close our eyes. Put both hands on your laps. And like a scientist, just see the experience like a witness. Leave the past behind, it's gone. Don't worry about the future. Once you are in meditation, once you have your self-realization, you get into a state of thoughtless awareness. So now let's put our right hand on our heart. In our heart resides our spirit. So here we are going to ask 3 times, Mother, which is this motherly energy within us. Mother, am I the spirit? So ask these 3 times inside yourself. Then bring down the right hand under the rib cage on the left. And this is our center of mastery. So here we can ask the question 3 times again. Mother, am I my own master? Am I my own guru? My own teacher? Then bring down your right hand at the lower part of the abdomen on the left. And here, to awaken the Kundalini, we are going to ask 6 times because this chakra has 6 petals. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Bring back your right hand under the rib cage on the left. And here, to strengthen the awakening of the Kundalini within us, we are going to say affirmations, no more questions. And here we are going to say up to 10 times, Mother, I am my own master. I am my own guru. Then put back your right hand on your heart. And here we are going to say up to 12 times, Mother, I am the Spirit. Because you are more than just this body, these emotions, this ego, these thoughts. We are the pure Spirit, the eternal Spirit. So 12 times, Mother, I am the Spirit. Now put your right hand at the junction of the left shoulder and neck. Press it hard and turn your head towards the right. And this is the center that's affected when you feel guilty. So to remove all that guilt which is of no use in your spiritual ascent, simply say up to 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. How can we be guilty if we are the Spirit? How can we be guilty if the Divine is the ocean of forgiveness? So 16 times. Mother, I'm not guilty at all. Now put your right hand on your forehead, across. Press on both sides. Bend your head forward. And here, it doesn't matter how many times, but it's our sincerity that counts. We have to forgive. Without forgiveness, we cannot rise higher in our spiritual ascent. We cannot reach the true meditation and thoughtless awareness. So here you can say, Mother, I forgive everyone. With sincerity. You can also say, Mother, I forgive everyone and myself. Now put your right hand at the back of your head, rest your head on it, and here, for your own satisfaction, we can say, Mother, if I have done any mistakes, please forgive me. Now put your right hand on top of your head, stretch your finger, press it hard, rotate it 7 times. Bend your head forward again, down. And here we can ask 7 times, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. 7 times. With your full desire. And bring back your hand on your lap without thinking. Keep your attention on top of your head and just witness if you can feel coolness or heat or tingling in your fingers. And don't react, just witness it. And slowly open your eyes. And now with the right hand, just go 5 to 10 centimeters above your head and see if you can feel the coolness coming out of your head. Might have to move the hand a bit to find the point. It can be subtle at the beginning. It could also be a bit of heat to start with. But very rapidly you will feel coolness. You can try with the left hand as well. 5 to 10 centimeters above your sahasrara, the fontanelle area on top of your head. You might be more sensitive with the left hand. And again, bring your hands in front of you and just see if you can feel some coolness or maybe some difference in the hands. I'm sure that many of you have felt it. And this is the start of a beautiful journey of our spiritual ascent. So now we are going to listen to a video of Shri Mataji that's going to talk us a bit more about our subtle system. Shri Mataji has started Sahaja Yoga many years ago, in 1970. She is one of the most recognized spiritual persons in the world, and she had multiple awards and was even nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize one year. And through her tremendous work, we have many people practicing Sahaja Yoga and getting their self-realization all over the world. So let's listen to Shri Mataji.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. At the very outset, we have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot change it. We cannot conceptualize it. We cannot describe it. And unfortunately, at this human awareness, we cannot know it. Something more has to happen to us, and at that stage, what we call as self-realization, knowing the spirit, that we can really know the truth. Whatever I am going to tell you today, you have to know it, that your blind faith is not going to help. We have had enough of problems because of blind faith. So you have to just keep your mind open like scientists and see for yourself. Treat this as a hypothesis. And if you find that it is true, what I am saying has been proved, then as honest people you must accept it. Because it is for your benevolence. It is for the benevolence of your family, of your country, and the world at large. Most of the human problems that come to us are because of these centers. When these centers are in trouble, we get the human problems. And all the world problems mostly come from human beings. So what do we find? That if a human being is all right within, we can make the whole world all right. At the outset, I have to tell you what is the truth. The truth is that you are not this body, this mind, these emotions, but You are the pure spirit. You are not this ego, intelligence, but you are the pure spirit. This is the first truth about you. And the second one is that you see all these flowers so beautifully placed before you. They are a miracle in a way, because we can't explain how they are different, grow at a different temperature, how they are different in their heights and colors and fragrance. How these are happening, we never think. All these living things, for example, who runs your heart? So doctors will say that autonomous nervous system. But who is this auto? They can't answer. So the science cannot answer this question. Science is limited. It cannot answer. It cannot say, why are we on this earth? Why have we come on this earth? So, the second truth is that there is a subtle living power which is the divine love, which does all the living work. All the religions have talked about it. All the religions have said that you must get your self-realization, your second birth, in different ways. And all the religions have said that there is this subtle power of divine love, which is formless. But as it is, religions were not so much spirit-oriented. They were either money-oriented or power-oriented and fighting among themselves. In the name of God, they are fighting. Because if they are the spirit, they won't fight. Because then they will realize they are part and parcel of the whole. They are all one. All these religions were born on the same tree of spirituality. But we have plucked the flowers and we are fighting with the dead flowers. All the people who created these great religions never created them separately. We have done a mistake by not understanding the unity behind it. We'll be happy to see all of people sitting here are coming from different races, from different religions, from different countries. Sahaja Yoga now is working in 60 countries. Mostly, what's wrong with human beings is that he does not know where to find satisfaction. Sometimes he thinks that in money he'll find satisfaction. Sometimes he thinks in power, sometimes in some sort of a love, or sometimes in the family, or some sort of very limited superficial things. But it's not. Because you know that according to economic laws, wants are not satiable in general. Means today you want a house, so you will buy a house. Then you won't be satisfied. If that was a pure desire, you should have been satisfied. Then you want to buy a car, still you are not satisfied. Then you want to buy furniture, then the carpet, then the aeroplane, I don't know God. But whatever you may buy, you are not satisfied with what you buy. That means this is not the pure desire. Now what is the pure desire within us? If you are wanting to know, I will tell you. Whether you are aware of it or not, there's only one pure desire we have, is to be one with this all-pervading divine power. Like this instrument. If it is not connected to the mains, it has no meaning. In the same way, we have no identity. We have no personality. We don't know why are we on this earth. Because we are not connected to the means. Sahaja, Saha means with Her is born. Is born with you the right to be united yoga with this divine power. This is Sahaja Yoga. You don't have to leave your family. You don't have to go to Himalaya, stand in your heads. You don't have to fast and do all kinds of monkey tricks. It is within you. It is within you. Like Guru Nanak said, "Kahe re ban khojan jai, sada nivasi sada alepa to he sang samai." कहे नानक बिना आपा चीन्हे मिटे न भ्रम की काय. But who does that? What he said. We just go on reading, but do we do that? We have to know ourselves. We have to have self-knowledge. In the ancient times, 14,000 years back in India, Markandeya wrote about it, that we have a Kundalini within us and she is to be awakened. But that was in Sanskrit language, so many people did not. Then, in the 6th century, Adi Shankaracharya very clearly wrote about it, but that was also in Sanskrit language. In the 12th century only, Gyaneshwara himself wrote it very clearly in Marathi language in his book Gyaneshwari. But the people in charge of religion said, don't read this 6th chapter where they describe the Kundalini. But in the 12th and 16th century, we had great saints in our country who wrote about it, like Kabira says. Shunya shikhara para anahadavadi. He says, here on the fontanel bone, the sound of anahada you can hear. Ida, Pingala, Sukhavana Nadi. These 3 nadis he described. But nobody understands it. Nobody understands, nobody understood Adi Shankaracharya. Nobody understood Kabira. He says, Kaise samajaun sab jagah andha. All these things were said so clearly. In all the languages, whether you take Tamil, you take Sanskrit, or you take Marathi, or Punjabi, or any other language, Bangla, all languages it was described in our country. What we are doing is our heritage, is the heritage of the Indians. Also, Buddha has talked about it. Also, this Mother Mercy that they worship, Chinese, they too have to describe about it like Tao. Like Tao has talked about. Tao means Kundalini. Can you imagine? Tao means Kundalini. Zen system has talked about Kundalini. So, there's no place where I find, even up to 100 years back, we had William Blake in England, he has talked about it. But we don't want to know, we just avoid it. But what a thing to avoid. This is all our property. It is all within us. All these powers are within us and we are missing it out.
My name is Margaret. Today we're going to talk about the connection between Sahaja Yoga as we're practicing now and spirituality, religions and yoga. And for that we go back into history, our history. We'll use the subtle system chart to illustrate this concept. So we've heard before that this is a chart of the subtle system, subtle energy system within us. Each of the centers are the basis for our existence, our physical, our emotional, our mental, our spiritual being. So this, according to the records of evolution, these centers were established over the period of our own evolution, from this center here, from amoeba state, to here where we are now in terms of our evolution, by incarnations, by spiritual incarnations that came on the earth. And this is knowledge that's not really known in the Western world. This is knowledge that comes from the East, actually. So we take the first center. This is the center of the deity. It's said to be the first sound of creation, actually, Sri Ganesha. is the Hindu god. The Hindu worship Shri Ganesha as the god of innocence and wisdom. Then we move up again, Shri Saraswati, Shri Lakshmi. So these are again worshipped in Hinduism mostly, because Hinduism is a very long, they have very long tradition of knowledge, spiritual knowledge. We have this center here, this green circle it's called the void, and here incarnated the 10 primordial masters, and some of them we know in our own modern culture. So we have, for example, Muhammad, we have Abraham, Moses, we have Guru Nanak, we have Socrates, Lao Tse. So there's different masters or prophets from different cultures. And here we can, for example, we have Muhammad, which is the basis of Islamic religion. There's also Guru Nanak, which he didn't start, but the Sikh religion started from there. Then we move up here to the deity, that's the incarnation that's recognized, Shri Durga. It's the primordial mother, universal mother, Shri Krishna. And here, which we're very familiar with, the incarnation of Shri Jesus 2,000 years ago, which started the Christianity and as we know today. And I suppose what we can say is in the evolution, in our own evolution, we have, human beings have had this desire or this drive for connecting to or understanding who are we, what is beyond us, what is beyond this life. And these incarnations have come, according to the ancient scriptures, at times of confusion or at times where there's been very difficult periods in humanity to teach us certain qualities or aspects of our existence. And again, we have the innocence and the wisdom, creativity. We have this nurturing, this sustenance. We have the primordial masters teaching us about dharma, about right behavior. We have this central channel here, which is a protection. The goddess came to protect creation, to protect us, and the quality is where we are fearless. Shri Krishna to teach us about joy. And again, these incarnations or deities recognized as these beyond human, these incarnations, people took their message and Shri Mataji talked about before, plucked the flowers of spirituality from the tree and created these religions, created them in the context of the culture at the time, the rituals, the rules and regulations. But we know that these religions, there's been wars about is my God the right God, is someone else's God wrong, the wars about the differences between us, but not actually about the universal God, the one truth, the one reality. And here, Shri Jesus came to teach us about forgiveness. But again, Christianity is split into many different factors and wars about Protestantism, Catholicism. So in these ancient traditions, we also know, we've learnt about this tradition of yoga. Yoga meaning union with this all-pervading power, union with this being beyond us. And we know, again, going back into ancient cultures, that there were seers and there was wise men and there was incarnations who went out of society to find this union. And people became masters through many years of learning and penances, and they achieved this union being this connection with this all-pervading. And part of that recognition was this silence, this mental silence, thoughtless awareness. This was the end of their life of penance and their seeking, and then they passed this on to disciples. So today, when we talk about the subtle system, we talk about this we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. We talk about all the incarnations in Sahaja Yoga. We talk about these centers being established by the principles of these incarnations, the aspects of the divine. Then what we can say is that we are now in the realm of universal. There's a one universal being, and all these messages are part of that same being. And when we get our self-realization in Sahaja Yoga, this primordial mothering energy passes through these centers on our central nervous system, through our plexus, enlightens and awakens these wonderful qualities that you can see here on the chart, and brings in this knowledge and these qualities of all these religions. And by the fortune of being born in the modern times, we can get this yoga, this union in a split second in any part of the world that we choose to be in. And this is the gift really of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, of taking this ancient practice that was very hard to achieve, and we can here, anywhere, have this experience. This energy passes through the top of our head, the limbic area, and we get this experience of thoughtless awareness in the present, beyond our mind, beyond thoughts, and we have this connection with this all-pervading energy around us, this all-pervading love, this beautiful power that runs the world that created us. So we're fortunate in these times of confusion, in these dark and very confusing times, where we have gone beyond really exploiting everything and having all the comforts, and still stressed and still seeking, that we can actually have this experience, and that we can, through Sahaja Yoga and through our self-realization, we can achieve this state of thoughtless awareness, which has been predicted for many, many years. Thank you very much. We'll now have a little go into meditation, and we will try to put our attention above our head, beyond our thoughts, and to really enjoy that experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret, for this insight. Now let's go into a meditation. And to do that, I will show you how to raise your energy first. Put yourself in bandhan, and then we'll meditate with some music for a few minutes. So to raise your own energy, and that's something you do before and after you start and finish your meditation. You can also do it before you go out during the day and when you come back. So the left hand is moving upwards and the right hand is rotating around it like that. So we do it together, and we will do that 3 times, which is symbolic of our desire to raise our energy and keep it above our head at the sahasrara level, which is the 7th chakra. And the 3rd time we'll do 3 notes. Now we put ourselves in a bandhan 7 times, with the left hand on our lap and the right hand starting on the left side and going around us, half a circle and back, in a motion like protecting our aura 7 times. So let's do it. 2nd time, 3rd time, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Again, we do all that. These are movements, but these we have experienced, through experience to meditation, we have experienced that this is helping us to settle in our meditation and to grow spiritually. But again, it's up to you to see if it works for you. Now let's go in meditation for a few minutes. Put your hands on your laps. Close your eyes. Try to bring your attention on top of your head, keeping your attention inside. Leave the past behind where it belongs. Don't worry about the future, it doesn't exist yet. Just try to expand this thoughtless awareness, this present moment without thoughts, which is the only reality that exists. Put your attention just on top of your head. Don't worry if you feel heat, tinglings in your finger. Just try to settle in thoughtless awareness. If you have thoughts, forgive them. Forgive your thoughts. They will disappear. If you still have thoughts, forgive them. Forgive your thoughts. And in this thoughtless awareness, it is the only way to really know who we really are. Why we are on this earth. And what's the truth and reality. Now raise your attention 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters above your head. And when you establish this self-realization within you, we reach complete satisfaction, complete awareness, complete connection with this all-pervading power around us, which is nothing but divine love. So you can come out of the meditation. Just again check what you can feel in your hands. You might feel cooler than when we started. You might feel in thoughtless awareness. This is what true meditation is all about. So don't forget to practice it every morning. The first thing when you wake up is probably the best before we start thinking and going with our daily activities. Don't forget to use our cleaning techniques that we have seen in previous parts of this program to cleanse your system in the evening. And I am looking forward to see you for the next part of Meditation First Steps. So thank you very much for joining and see you soon.